Welcome back everybody, bringing you guys a new YouTube video today. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a complete guide on the Pale Heart. After beating the final shape expansion on normal or legendary difficulty, you will get this quest called Destined Heroes. As completing this quest, it will give access to the new exotic Ergo Some Sword. You progress this quest until you meet Micah's Conduit. As you progress these quests, fast travel points in the Pale Heart will become more accessible and saves so much time. I also have a full guide on how to get the Kavasta, which is a classic weapon from when we started Destiny 2. Follow that video and come back at this point. That quest will pretty much get everything opened for the Pale Heart. Once completing all that, we will receive a repeatable quest called Alone in the Dark. Each completion will give you a chance to earn red border weapons, but also choose by 3 different weapons from fusion rifle, the sword, and the hand cannon. Once obtaining these weapons from the Pale Heart quest, if you go to the Lost City, interact with a ghost, you will be able to deep sight weapon focuses once per reset. As it says, you have the option to focus these weapons once obtaining these weapons. These are required 4 Pale Heart engrams and a 3000 Glimmer. Seems pretty easy, but it's a little grindy. The second upgrade is called Engram Stockpiled Upgrade. Earn 5 Pale Heart engrams at an increased rate at each reset. So if you open your map and go to the Pale Heart, you'll see this Pathfinder icon located on the top. This will give you the specific challenges through nodes connected within each other, leading to that purple engram. On the far right, if you hover over the nodes, it will tell you a specific challenge to complete. Once that one is completed, these nodes on the right side, that engram will give you a reset reward for Pathfinder. There's no specific order you need to go as long as you complete them. Some nodes called Fields Assignment require you to go to the specific location that there is a Pathfinder icon located on your map in the Pale Heart. Go to that location for enemies to spawn. Take them down. As you complete them, there will be a black message with white letter fonts saying you completed that node. Simply open your map, go to the Pathfinder, and claim these. Also, it gives you a lot of XP and a level up that spicy battle pass. What are destination mods, you say? I'm glad you asked. You hover to the Traveler's Blessing right next to the Pathfinder icon on the right. So the Pale Blessings, as you complete public activities in the Pale Heart at the end, you will get an item called Luminescent Seed, which is a blue seed. You can deposit these on these hands that are open like you're going to offer it something special. These hands can be marked on your HUD. As you plant the seeds, it will grow and give you a mod for the Pale Blessings. On our left, we have Flickering Mod. These mods can only be active one at a time for each one. Flickering mods are found in chests in the Pale Heart. Also have a better chance by the Pathfinder Field Assignment chest. Very important note, these do expire within 24 hours or a little over. These mods are very powerful in the Pale Heart and makes you a god of just plowing through enemies and bosses. A FYI, these corrupted chests are not connected to the Pale Heart, but only for unlocking fragments for your prismatic subclass. I also have a full guide of unlocking everything for prismatic from aspects to fragments. So I'll link that video below, or you guys can tap the top right of your screen. So for the Pale Heart's Overthrow activities, these activities were pretty confusing my first time going through here because I had no idea what the hell I was doing half the time because I was just overwhelmed by how many different activities there were from different variety of different ways to do these kind of activities. And there's so many different ones to complete in each region at the Pale Heart, and they get very confusing. So how this works is there's going to be like this main objective that is part of the Pale Heart activity, and there's many ones that count toward the progress bar on your center left. As you do activities and public activities, this progress bar on the left center side, this will progressively grow around until you complete all 3 of them, where you will fight the final boss of the final one. But you have to complete so many public events in these activities. There would be like little mini ones where you defeat a boss and you automatically get a chest that counts as like a little bit of progress. Then the most progress you get is from the main objective public events, where like the big ones, where the main objective ones for this area, those are the ones you're going to get the more progress out of. Once you start getting the flow of how this works, you're going to go through all these activities within like 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. I completed one in like 5 minutes and complete all 3 of these challenges and went to the final boss within like 5 minutes. Like once you get the hang of it, you can just go right through it. There are 3 different zones in the Pale Heart, which is the Landing, the Blooming, and the Impass. Each of these locations have these overthrow activities that work the same way but different mechanics to these activities and bosses. Once completed a full activity, you will receive a Pale Heart engram with weapons and even the exotic Ergo Sum. There's like different versions of that sword, and which is pretty cool. I've gotten like 4 of them just by defeating the final boss in these activities, also earning red borders from seeds and the mods, and also a lot of XP on completion. All right, guys, I'm going to show you guys how to do each region by the objective. So the first one we're going to do is the Landing. So you're going to spawn in this location here. And like I said earlier, there's gonna be like these mini activities, and there's gonna be like a main objective, if that makes any sense. So if you look for an objective here, I'll show you guys the symbol, what it looks like here. Okay, that is what the symbol looks like. We apparently have two of them now. All right, looks like we have a main objective up here. So we have a little icon there over there. So with this activity, we pretty much just take these enemies out right over here. Just clear all the enemies out, and they're gonna spawn at this little green area down here. So when you kill all the yellow bar enemies and the regular enemies, and they're just gonna keep spawning over here. And then as we kill all these enemies, they're just gonna keep on spawning. Then there's gonna be a symbol that spawns here. So I called that one pizza. So we're gonna go down here next to the mountain over here. There's gonna be these different symbols. So we're gonna shoot this one correlating to the right one. Then we're gonna take down this wizard here, which is like a mini boss. And there's a knight that spawned him. Take that guy out. And then that activity is gonna be complete, and it's gonna give you a chest. So that's like a mini activity. We also have these stigma of the witness things here. You grab these and it just give you XP. If you just keep grabbing these, it would just stack up XP in the ghost reputation to level up your ghost from the lost city. And if you go to your ghost and you have the wombo detector, it can detect catches or resources within 50-meter range. So if you see a chest, it will pop up on your HUD thing as that logo, then you won't miss it. Then you have a chance to get any pale engrams, which give you extra loot. All right, so we have another activity here. If we pull our ghost out, it usually shows our activity over here. We have this one. It's like a mini activity, so we pretty much just shoot these crystals on the wall here. Then as we shoot the crystals, the enemy is just going to keep running backwards apparently. Then we're just going to follow it. Then it's going to follow up with enemies that we have to take down. Then as we follow it, there's going to be more enemies. It's going to be pushing us. Then we're going back into this next stop, and we're going to shoot these crystals once again. I think there's like 5 of them that they have to shoot. Then we're pretty much just going to keep escorting this mini enemy that we're following here. So he's just going to go to an area, stop basically next to the crystals that we have to shoot. Then we basically just keep escorting him to his final destination. Then we'll be able to kill him after we destroy all these crystals and the enemies beside him. So it's really simple and easy. It's really not that hard, but some of these can be very confusing when they just don't make any sense. So we're going to have more enemies that spawn right here as we shot the final 5 crystals. And now we can shoot the boss now. We can hit him now. And then once we take him down, that is like a mini encounter that we just completed for this area, which is kind of cool. So every little encounter like that, or like a main objective, if you see on the center left, this progress will go up as we complete these objectives. We also have another objective over here. So we're going to walk over here. I'm going to explain this real quick. So we have these 3 symbols. So we have lines. I usually call that double turrets, then 2 double turrets. So now we just need to take out these enemies. There's going to be like these little pedestals with like the glowing orb on it. It's going to have the symbol below it. Then you just, once we kill a boss, we just take that orb to the corresponding symbol that we see over there in the sky, and we deposit into this little thingy over here. So we see a yellow bar enemy, so we're going to kill the knight. He's going to drop a relic. Then we're going to pick up the relic. So our first symbol is lines. So we're going to find lines. We're going to deposit that one. Then we have 1 of 3 done. So we pretty much repeat the cycle until all the symbols are done. All right, let's go ahead and kill another knight here. Pick up another relic, and our symbol is the middle one. So that's the double turret, which is I like to call it. And then we're going to deposit in this one. Oh, I get it. So we're going from middle symbol to over there. Okay, I think I did that wrong. We're going to kill another knight here, another relic. Then we're going to go to the lines one. All right, it gives you an objective where to go here. Don't know if that's a bug or not, but I thought it was from like left and right because I did that before, and that's the way I did it. So I don't know why it's different now. A little weird. So our next one is that symbol right there. So we need to kill another big knight here. So we have another big knight right here. We're going to pick up this relic here. Then we're going to deposit into the last symbol here. Then once that's complete, we're going to have a chest that goes over here. So there we go. We got some more loot with that chest. It's just going to give us XP. Also, sometimes you'll see these yellow bar ogres that pop in. They're just mini bosses that you can actually take out just for extra loot. So once you kill him, he's going to drop like a little chest here, as you see here. Then we'll probably get extra purple loot. And we got a shotgun and we got another shotgun. So we got 2 shotguns there, I think. So that's pretty good. So we see here we have another public event right here. So those blue outline white symbol right there that you just see right there next to that white one, that blue one right there is the main ones that give the most progress. And then the mini ones are like outside of that zone, which it just gives you like small progress. So like along the way, you just do chests while you're at it to get extra weapons. There we go. We got a pale heart engram. So doing other activities, you can just loot chests and stuff like that to get extra XP and pale engrams to stack those up for extra weapons and loot and red borders. Now we have another objective here. We have to help the ghost. We pretty much have to interact with this ghost here. So we're halfway through the second marker here in our center left of our objective here. So once we finish those 3 main ones, we would go to the final boss. Basically, we pretty much just escort this ghost, and once it stops to this little vine thingy, it's gonna stop, and then it's gonna spawn enemies that we need to take out, and they can be yellow border, doesn't really matter. We're gonna take that wizard out. There's a knight over here, and then once we clear all the enemies, that's gonna disappear. Then the ghost is just gonna keep on moving. Then we just have to keep moving with it. It's gonna stop again. Then we have to kill enemies once again, and we have explosive enemies. Oh my god, more explosive enemies. We gotta take these guys out because these guys like to hurt. All right, it's gonna go to our next stop here next to these vines. It's gonna stop for a second, then it's gonna spawn more enemies that we need to take down. So as we clear all of these enemies, clear everything out, we're gonna kill the final boss, clear the rest of the enemies that are remaining. Then the ghost is just going to disintegrate those vines there. Then we're just gonna keep escorting this ghost as we go. Then, like I said, all the way you'll find chests on the way, so just make sure to pick those up because some extra XP and some extra loot might come in handy. And we should be on our final stop here with this ghost. We have another stigma over here, the witness. We have 2 knights over here we need to take out. Okay, we have another knight boss here, so I just pull out my sleeper's amulet, and I'm basically just gonna delete this guy in one shot, just like that. So make sure you grab the ghost, so you don't want him respawning. Then you have to take him down once again, so you don't want that. So make sure you grab that ghost. All right, take out this last enemy here. Last 2 enemies we got here. So we'll take these guys out, and that should be it for that one. So then it's gonna destroy the last vines. Then it should drop another collect loot box. Okay, there we go. We got it. We did it. All right, we have another event over here now, so we're gonna complete this. So we basically have to clear all these enemies that are basically spawning in, obviously. So basically for this one, there is like no mechanic to it, obviously. So if you die, you can go through this orb right there, which sends you back out of the circle. So there's no like mechanic to this one. You just basically clear all the enemies. Once we clear enough enemies, there's gonna be a main boss that spawns in, which we have a good old wizard here. Take him out, grab the ghost. I did not mean to do that. Grab the goats, and that event is gonna be over, and then it's gonna give us a loot box. And there it is. We got more loot. And it looks like we need to do one more activity. Sometimes you cannot find any of these events, which is kind of like can be kind of annoying. You just pull out your ghost, and sometimes you can see the symbol pop up. So you can just hop on your sparrow and just like look around for the public activities because they can be annoying to find. And might as well grab as much loot crates as possible. We got a gunsmith engram, nice. If you guys see these corrupted chests, do not worry about these because these are for the prismatic subclass, like I said earlier. So don't worry about those because those are not even tied to the pale heart at all. Another chest, again, grab that. Nice little 500 XP. And I'm pretty sure the next activity, I'm not seeing any of them over here. So I'm gonna go to the other side of the map and see if there's any over here, which looks like there is. So yes, so we have 3 eyeballs over here. So I'm gonna destroy these guys with my super. All right, we have another objective over here. It looks like I'm getting like flabbergasted by 3 ogres at the moment here. I'm not joking. I'm gonna pull up my sleeper's amulet. I'm gonna take these guys out in one hit. Hopefully I don't die here. I'm trying to take these guys out. So there's gonna be a ton of enemies over here. It's crazy. So we're gonna take this guy out, almost one tap that guy. We're gonna take out this other ogre over here. The sleeper's amulet almost one shots completely, which is crazy. And once you clear all the enemies, it's gonna give you another chest here. So that area was just basically just clearing out the enemies and the bosses. So that was pretty easy. And look at there, we got like 2 more pale heart engrams. So this is really good for getting loot. Now we completed our 3 objectives that we need to count toward our final boss here. As you see here in the left center here, we completed 3 of those, which is the main objective and other objectives. And as you complete more of those, we're going to the final boss with the white skull. So we're now on the final boss, which is crazy. So this one can be kind of annoying. You just clear these areas over here, then just do boss damage for the first phase. So we're going to do as much boss damage as possible here till we complete the first phase. Then there's actually going to be a mechanic that we need to do. There's going to be these eyeballs that spawn in here, so we got to take these guys out. So they're pretty tough to take out here. Then what we need to do is we need to take out this knight that has these swords, because we're going to use these swords to take out these orbs, which is going to lift the health gate on the boss. We're going to take out all the green orbs out just by doing a heavy attack on the sword. And once we take all these orbs out, it's going to be boss damage once again. And we pretty much repeat that process until we defeat them. Okay, I'm going to use my sleepers here. This should only take like 2 or 3 shots here. There we go. Final phase. We are going to grab a sword, destroy these orbs, shoot that ghost down. Okay, our last green orb should be right there. All right, we got our last 2 green orbs here that we need to take out with our heavy attack with the sword. So there we go. Now we can do boss damage once again. I'm going to pop my super here. We're going to do as much damage as the boss here. Take him out. And once we take him out, we need to grab his ghost. And hopefully we don't die. We're going to get all the good loot here. Give me the loot. Let's go. And after you complete the main objective, look for that final boss for that area. There's pretty much going to be a 5-minute cooldown for each area you do. All right, now we did the landing. Now it's time to do the blooming. So the blooming could be quite annoying because I had a hard time trying to figure out where the public events were for this one because it really doesn't tell you. So we have a blue icon here that's indicating that the public event is over here. So all we need to do is take out this blight over here. That's all we need to do. I'm gonna go over here, do as much damage as a blight. I'm gonna use my hammer because I'm on Titan. Then I'm just gonna keep doing as much damage as possible here. Hopefully we don't die. And I'm getting cooked around like a freaking cookie. All right, we're gonna take this blight down. This guy's heavy. So as we shoot the blight, there's gonna be a lot of enemies that spawn in here. So we're gonna get pushed around. And as we clear it, it's gonna drop a chest for that little event that we completed. So there we go. We completed the first events of many. You can just hop on your sparrow and just travel around and just try to look for like a black orb. That's usually the indication of the next event that we need to go to. So there we go. We got another blue logo over there. So I'm just going to head over there. So if you get confused, just look for this thing right here. Now for this one, looks like we just have some enemies over here. Okay, we just have a boss for this one. So I'm going to take out my heavy weapon here. My Sleeper's Amulet. This thing is a king of boss damage for solo. It just does so much damage. As you see there, almost 60,000 damage to that guy. That is actually insane. So we should do one more shot here. One more. There we go. We took him out. Kind of another basic one, but yeah, that counts toward as not even one objective yet. So like I said, those are many ones. There we go. We got Traveler's Transference. So we looted one of these and got one of those mods, which is crazy. You also get one of those by looting chests also. Oh, we got a little mini boss over here just running around over here. What do you think they're doing? Each area is going to have these little mini bosses that you can take out, and it's going to slowly count toward that progress and we level it up. So you get a lot of XP for doing these. All right, we have another objective over here. This is going to be quite interesting. So this one is going to be quite easy. So all we need to do is clear out these enemies over here. Now, as you clear all the enemies, Cursed Thrall is going to spawn in, and then we basically need to shoot it. Then it's going to have this green little haze on the ground. So we basically need to stand over this until we get that green effect on us. Then once we're volatile, then we're going to go against the knight here. Then basically we're going to do damage to him and take him out just like that. Then we just repeat it until we're done here. So clear all the enemies once again. Another Thrall will spawn in. We need to shoot it once again. Then, like I said, we need to stand over the effect on it. Just stand on top of it until we get that volatile effect on it. If you get confused, just look on your center middle of your screen on the left and you'll see if you have it or not. Then we just go over here and slam it on the enemy that's in this black bubble. Then we take out the enemy. Then we're done. Just like that. Another Pale Heart Engrab. Nice. So as you complete these events, going through all three of these areas, you'll get so many of these. Just stack them up and you'll just get red borders after red borders. It's insane. While doing that, you could just go over here into your Pathfinder and then just, if you have any like nodes you want to complete while doing this activity, you can actually do that. And like multitasking can be really good for this. It looks like we have another objective over here with these 3 blights over here. So I guess we need to take these guys out. So I guess we're gonna go over here, take all these enemies out real quick. You can only see my screen here. Gotta take these blights out fast as possible here. There we go. We got 2 down. And we have 2 over here that we need to take down also. And our last one is right in front of us over here. So we need to do the same thing as we did the other one. Just take this one out as also. Once you take the blights out next to the enemies, you'll finish that objective, which is pretty easy and simple. Then we got our loot chest here. Nice. We have another event over here. So basically we need to go over here into this little icon over here. We're going to interact with it and it's going to scan the area. Then we basically just keep cleaning out the enemies and scanning the area and repeat that process until this event is complete. There's going to be a boss that spawns in that we need to take out. And basically he's not really that hard to take out. It's coming one shot anyways. Once you clear all that and do the same thing, repeat that process, that's basically going to be it, and you're going to get your loot box. And here's our loot. Hey, we're basically going to kill these enemies. We're going to pick up a cranium. Then we're just going to shoot these little blights on the sky here. And we just keep shooting them and repeat the process. Then it's that easy. And there we go. He is dead. And we're done with that one. So we collect our loot. And we're going to approach our final boss here. So we basically do damage on the first phase, as always. We're going to keep, oh my god, the eyeballs. I never got this boss before. They do damage, 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 damage. There we go. Damage. Next one. There we go. First phase is down. There's going to be these explosive enemies that spawn in. We basically need to go to this green area. Then we basically go to the boss and slam this green stuff with the volatile like we did last time. So we're going to go over here. We are going to slam it. Then we're going to do damage and pretty much repeat the process. There we go. Then we're gonna go to him, break his bubble. Then we're gonna do damage again and finish him. There we go. Last phase, and I'm probably dead here. These enemies are just cracking me up today. I'm using my hammer. I'm doing a lot of damage. Look at this. This build, I love it. And he's finished. Let's go. Oh, we got the mode of permittable. Let's go. We got it. Our last one is to do the Impass. All right, we are at the Impass here. So we're gonna go to our final one here. We got our some black stuff over there, black area over there. We're gonna head over there. This works the same way as the other areas. There's different mechanic of these objectives. So basically gonna come over here, gonna go through these black teleporter, and then we're basically just gonna kill enemies inside of this area. That's all we have to do. So we just need to take down all these enemies. Then we're gonna have some bosses that spawn in here. They're very easy to take out if you have a good build. And there we go. It's that easy. Then we just complete that objective, collect our loot, and we cleared all the enemies. That's all we had to do for that one. It looks like we have another objective over here. So we're gonna take down this boss. It's gonna drop this relic that we need to platform off these little platforms up here to deposit into this little terminal thing up here. So we're gonna jump platform to platform to platform to the final platform to deposit this. Then we basically do the same thing. We're gonna kill this other wizard, drop another relic, then we're gonna platform up there once again. Then we're gonna deposit on the other side. Make sure to take out these little caverns first, because they can pretty much freeze you from not moving. So you pretty much just fall way down. So I would take those enemies out first. Then we deposit the second one. Then we're pretty much done with that one. And then we have another boss that spawns in here. So we basically just take him out real quick like we did the other one. And we'll get the loot after we kill this guy. So like that, we're just done. Easy. All right, we have another activity over here. So basically we're going to take this little mini boss down. And he's going to drop a pyramid key that we need to pick up. Basically, there's a relic, but different name. Then we're going to deposit into this right here, into the key. After we complete 3 of those, it's going to release the Tormentor boss. So apparently this other boss is across the freaking map. So we have to take this guy down on top of this rock. All right, take that guy down. We're going to pick up the second pyramid key. We are going to deposit the second one. And the third guy is all the way over here. All right, final boss is over here for the relic or the pyramid key, whatever. We're going to pick this up and assume the final one until we fight the Tormentor. What's that guy doing? All right, we're going to deposit the last pyramid key. Now we got to fight the Teamwork. Now we got to fight another. Oh, it's Nezarec, not the Tormentor. And basically the same thing. Tormentor, Nezarec, same thing. All right, pull up my sleepers here. See if I can take him out. Oh yeah, easy. Look at that damage. Damage again. Damage again. We're gonna take this guy out, and he's dead. All right, we have another activity over here. So we're just gonna take out these enemies over here. Then it's gonna drop us another cranium that we need to pick up, and we need to damage this orb. And we're pretty much gonna repeat that until this orb is destroyed. There we go. Kill those enemies. We're gonna pick up another cranium. Just keep doing damage. Okay. We're just gonna keep clearing these enemies over here until it drops another cranium. We're gonna pick it up, do damage, and this process is a lot of hell because there's just so many enemies around us. It's crazy. And there we go. We destroyed it, and we should get our chest now. Nope, we gotta find our boss coming in here. We're gonna take him out real quick with our sleepers, and we literally 2-tap him. This area is probably the coolest because it has so much good effects on it. It's so cool. It's so like the weather patterns for this location is very cool. We have 2 bosses over here, 2 random bosses over here. This is weird. I'm just gonna pop my sleeper for these guys, so we just get free loot from destroying these guys on the map. So each area is gonna have their own little bosses area. So if you can see these guys, just take them out, and it's gonna give you free loot. And just like that, collect the loot, and it's gonna count toward the event. And then we got the Pale Heart and grab. Nice. We're gonna pick up the cranium, then we're gonna do damage to the orb, and then we're just gonna keep repeating it until we complete it. This one takes the longest. It's very annoying. And after we destroy the orb, another thing is gonna spawn in here that we need to do. We had to use the cranium to do damage to the wizard. Then we got to destroy these little eye orbs. Go shoot this orb. And finish the wizard. There we go. We should kill him right here. It's pretty easy to kill. There we go. He's dead. And there's that event. Easy. So we basically have this one where we have to go through this blight and basically destroy it. Then it's gonna drop these orbs that we need to throw out at these bubbled enemies. And we basically repeat that until it's all complete. Then we have 2 more bubbled enemies over there. We're gonna throw them. We just collided that. That's nice. We have another one over here. Throw it at that one. The blight's gonna rotate to over here, so do damage to it. We're gonna destroy this little thing right here. Pick up the relic. Throw it at the enemies. Then a boss will spawn in that we need to take out. And for the final stage of his health, we just destroy another blight. Then we basically do the same thing we did before. Destroy this thing. Pick up this. Throw it at him. Then we do the final damage. Then that's over. And there we go. We got our loot. Now for the final boss. This guy has a lot of enemies that he spawns in, so this one's gonna be very overrun. So we're basically gonna do damage to this guy. Then we have to wait for these Ord's waves that's gonna hit us, and it's gonna do lots of damage. So once he destroys his first phase, we're gonna have these little things that we need to pick up, and we have to pick up all of them. And if we don't pick up all of them up, our screen is gonna go completely black. And we can also traversal through these portals to end up at the different side of this location. And as we pick all these up, we're going to be able to do damage once again. All right, here's our last one. Then we're going to be able to do damage again. So there we go, damage. And we're basically going to repeat this process. We did boss damage. Now we're picking these things up once again. Now we're on to final damage. Okay, this guy's quite tough, I'm not gonna lie. There we go, we got him. Give me the loot. And as you complete all these activities for the Pale Heart and you reset your rank by getting this exotic engram, you can pretty much reset this process. You get so many of these Pale Heart engrams, you just stack them up, and your power cap will just go completely up, and you will get so much good loot out of this. And as you see here, you got 1, 2, 3, you got 3 Pale Heart engrams just from this one. Then you get enhancement cores and enhancement prisms. Then you go along and get this extra armor, then extra loot. Then you can get these specific armor pieces through different quests. If you talk to Micah's in the Lost City, where directly where I'm at, you'll get these specific quests to unlock these specific armor pieces, which is huge. So you can pretty much make your armor have more increased stats. So yeah, this has been a long video here. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification to never miss a video. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.